Okay, I have it's a 2014 Hyundai Elantra, and I'll be replacing the radiator. There's a leak on it, somewhere around that hose there. So I'll be replacing the radiator on this. The first thing I'm going to do is jack and support the vehicle. Okay, I got the vehicle up and I'm going to support it, but I had to take off this splash shield here. It takes these 10 millimeter, this is a rusty one, but it takes a 10 millimeter socket to get this bolt off. Then there's two more that go up there. See that hole there? Where it lines up. This plastic cover, there's two of them. And I just need to take on this side in order to get the pan to get to this drain plug here. This is the drain plug right here. That'll drain the fluid. While that's draining, I'm going to take off the front bumper and the headlights. It has some of these fasteners in it. It has these kind of fasteners in it. You take a Phillips to turn it. If you're lucky, they'll turn with the Phillips and just pull them out. So the headlights are these 3 bolts. 1, 2, 3. Then I take off these fasteners here, and by that time the radiator should be finished draining, I hope. Okay, I'm gonna remove the headlamp. Then there's the plug here that comes out. You squeeze the tab and it should come right out. It's the same thing for the other side, and that's how you remove the headlamp. For the front bumper, there's this one, there it is, one screw. It takes a 10 millimeter or Phillips. Unscrew that, and you can, as long as you get the this panel here, all this loose, it comes right off. The front bumper does. That's what I'm about to do now. So once again, taking the front bumper off gave me access to the whole radiator, evaporator condenser. So I'm gonna take off the air intake and loosen these bolts here. These two take a 10 millimeter wrench. This one here and this one here, and take off the upper radiator hose assembly. Okay, I got this upper radiator hose disconnected from this is from the radiator, and the 2 bolts, and the coolant hose disconnected. Move it to the side. There's a connector here for the this is for the coolant hose. There's a tab in, it should come out. And there's these 2 10 millimeter bolts, one here. The other one is right there. Take a 10 millimeter bolt to remove the cooling fan. Okay, so I did something a little different. I took the radiator and the cooling fan out at the same time by disconnecting the 2 transmission lines here. And pulled it out. I disconnected the air condenser. There's these tabs here you pull back and you slide it up and out the way, and it came right out. You can see here, I took the radiator hose off here, the lower radiator hose. So now it's just, I'm going to take the cooling fan, separate it from the radiator. I'm taking these 2 hoses loose with the hose clamps, and you're ready to install the new radiator. I also forgot to mention this has to come off too, the this upper brace. There are, it goes on like this, 4 bolts. There's 2 on each side right here, and there's 2 bolt holes that go on the inside. Take those 4 off and disconnect this hood switch here, and it comes right off, and you can access all the radiator components from there. Okay, I got the right radiator. You have to make sure, because some of them have this slanted outlet here, like on these, but some have the straight outlets. So you have to be careful of that. So now I'm going to install it the same way I took it out. I'm going to put the radiator in, and with the cooling fan connected. Okay, this is the radiator right here with the yellow sticker, the cooling fan, and the air conditioner condenser installed. They're in position. I just gotta connect this bottom radiator hose, lower radiator hose. See if I can get that on video. Yeah, that hose, the transmission hoses, and clamp all that down. Then I'll be able to put the upper brace here on back on. Okay, got the clamps back on for the transmission lines and the lower radiator hose. Connected the upper radiator hose, clamped it down. I'm gonna reconnect the cooling fan, electrical connector. Okay. Now I'm gonna put this upper brace back on. Okay, this is the upper brace with the hood release on there. Here's the bolts. There's two here, one, two. Those take 12 millimeter socket. And the same thing on this side. And there's two on the inside here. These are 1 and 2. Okay, now I'm gonna bolt on the upper radiator hose connection. Right here. Those took 10 millimeter socket for those two bolts. Okay, get insecure. Test the coolant reservoir hose and install the air intake, the air box really. Takes 10 millimeter for these three bolts. One, another one here, or right here rather, and here. I'm gonna install that. Okay, after the brace is installed, I put the front bumper back on. There's just a screw here I showed earlier. Let's see here. There it is. Just one screw and the surrounding fasteners up top and on the bottom, and just pops right off. Pop it back on. Same thing with the other side, just the one screw, and comes right, put it right back on. So now let's just put the headlamps back in. See if I can do this with one hand. Okay, that's the passenger side.